JK Leadership and Application, all answers of the questions. Welcome to the Steve's Classroom. Subscribe the channel, share the video. Don't forget to press the bell icon to get the instant notification. Activity 5, Active and Passive Learning.
Activity 5. So let's start this activity. Promotes the peace, value, democratic way of life, equality, justice, liberty, pariternity, secularism, zeal for the social reconstruction. What is it? Is it passive learning or active learning? So it is promote, right? So it is active learning, right? The second question is discourage rote learning, make learning a joyful and part, part participatory activities, organizes learner-centered, activity-based participatory learning experiences. So it is also active learning. We have here structured space provided to revisit, examine and challenge misconception of knowledge. So it is active learning. The next question we have here is learning spaces provided to examine students' own position in society and their assumptions as a part of classroom discourse. It is active learning. The next question we have here, students are encouraged to work in teams, interact with each other, and undertake projects across the diverse subject domains. Group presentation are encouraged. Is it active learning or passive learning? It is active learning. The next we have here, teacher engaged children in deeper discussions and reflections. Students encouraged identifying and articulating issues for self-study and critical inquiry. Students maintain reflective journals on their observations, reflections, including conflict. So it is active learning. The next is teacher engaged children. Sorry, let's teacher engaged children. It is active learning, right? So knowledge generated in the shared context of teaching, learning, personal and social experiences through critical inquiry. It is active learning. Teachers understand the social, cultural, and political context in which the learners grow and develop. They engaged with the learners in real life situation along with theoretical inquiry. So it is active learning. Does not real to value education. So it is passive learning. Encourage rote learning. So it is also passive learning. No space to examine the student's conceptions of subject knowledge. So it is passive learning. No space to address students' perceptions about the social realities, the learners, and the process of learning. It is no space. So it is also passive learning. Student. Student work individually on assignments in house, tests, field, and practice teaching. It is students, right? Students. So it is passive learning. Little opportunity for reflections and self-study. It is also passive learning, right? Knowledge treated as external to the learners and something to be acquired. Passive learning. Teachers are engaged with generalized theories of children's and learnings. Teachers are, it is also passive learning. Total questions were 16. Question answered were 16. Questions skipped were 0. So the submit 16 by 16. Congrats.
Quiz on school leadership and application. School leadership concept and application assessment. It would take a little time. So the first question we have here is, which of these is not true of active learning? Our options are active learning focuses on analytical thinking. Teacher is a facilitator in active learning. Active learning encourages peer learning. Active learning doesn't encourage individual thinking. So here the last option is the correct. Active learning does not encourage the individual thinking. Next question we have, which one doesn't constitute the concept of pedagogical content knowledge? Here the options are subject specific knowledge, understanding of the student learning needs and diversity, infrastructure of the school, pedagogical understanding of the subject. So the right option we have here is infrastructure of the school. The next question we have here is, which one isn't a key component of academic leadership? So active learning, pedagogical content knowledge, academic supervision, understanding of administrative rules and regulations. Here the right option we have is understanding of the administrative rules and regulation. The next question, what are the three components of developing oneself as a school teacher leader? Attitude, skills in communication, positive thinking being rigid and communication, knowledge, communication and negative thinking, knowledge, skills and attitude. So right option we have here, right, skills and attitude. Which of these best define the concept of developing a learning culture in school? We have option, creating a common vision, school development plan, team learning outcome. Here the right option is team learning. School development plan is not useful for accessing the concern area of school, preparing the vision of school, administrative purpose only, estimating the existing resource available to school. So here administrative purposes only is the right option. What are the two important attributes of self required for becoming an effective leader? Administrative and manager, disrupt and planning attitude, and initiator and positive outlook, organizer and planner. So right option we have, and initiator and positive outlook. Next question, the direct effect of the school leadership on the students' learning implies facilitating teachers to experiment new teaching methods, engaging in teaching learning processes in classrooms, randomly checking the notebooks of the students, taking school rounds. So here, engaging in the teaching learning processes in classroom is the right option. Which is the best platform for consolidating the team learning of the staff in a school? Classroom, kitchen shed, staff meeting, playground. So staff meeting. What must be the role of a head teacher as a school leader? Being a leader being a leader by action in addition to being a leader by positions, being a leader by positions, being a leader by actions. So we have here the second option, being a leader by action in addition to being a leader by position. Then we have completed total question 10, question answered 10, question skipped 10. So let's see the submit and result. 10 out of 10. Congrats.